On Africa's wild savannas, the lion still reigns. But its waterways are ruled by a bigger killer. Crocodiles have hunted Africa's rivers since the age of the dinosaurs. A dynasty built on a design so quick, so powerful, so ingenious, it's lasted 60 million years. Crocodiles can also be patient, even tender. Forged by the millennia into perfect predators, crocodiles have conquered the test of time. Throughout Africa, long before the arrival of the great herds, a powerful predator thrived, from the Mediterranean Sea to the Southern Ocean. Revered by ancient Egyptians, but decimated by Europeans, Nile crocodiles no longer dominate the continent's waterways as they once did. But they are survivors, and they are fighting back. After all, they're among the world's most successful killers. Their time-tested design, little changed for 60 million years, makes them fearsome adversaries of man or beast. Among the Earth's most powerful predators, they can weigh a ton and grow over 18 feet in length. Driven by thirst, wildebeest must take an enormous gamble. Crocodiles are stealthy predators, and they have time on their side. They can hold their breath for hours. And in these waters, crocodiles are virtually invisible. In a fraction of a second, this giant can lunge more than 8 feet. But wildebeest have lightning reflexes. Leaving the crocs little but bruises and a bloody nose. The wildebeest are still thirsty, and the crocs still hungry. Not so long ago, most of Africa's waters had lost their crocodiles. Hunters had nearly wiped them out. But today, where crocodiles are protected, they're thriving. It's a remarkable recovery, considering that every crocodile begins its life facing extremely long odds. For a mother, the arduous struggle to raise a brood begins even before she has laid her eggs. In the first of many trials, she must secure a nesting spot free from flooding. Females return to the same sites year after year. Some veterans come back for decades. Here, as with all real estate, location is everything, and the best spots are hotly contested. A female shows off her size to intimidate her rival. Staking out territory is only the beginning. To avoid predators, a mother will often wait until nightfall to lay her eggs. It's vital she dig her nest correctly. The more secure the nest, the more babies will survive and thrive. She'll lay about 60 eggs. Even if female crocs do everything right, as many as half their eggs may not hatch. She encases them in sand to shield and incubate them. The cooler eggs will grow into females, while warmer ones will develop as males. Too hot or too cold, and none will survive. Her eggs are secure for now, but daybreak brings new challenges. Out here, many predators try to make a feast of a crocodile's nest, so mothers have learned to make the most of an unusual ally. The plucky little water dickup weighs just ounces, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for with courage. It nests here, knowing its eggs are safer in the shadow of a half-ton reptile. For the crocodile, these tiny neighbors are a first line of defense against hungry invaders. Monitor lizards like nothing better than eggs for breakfast. But first, they have to get past the Dickups. The little bird's tenacious opposition lets the croc conserve her energy. And soon they wear the lizard out. But it will not be gone for long. It knows a crocodile can't stay with her eggs all day. She gapes to cool down, exposing the valve that seals her lungs when she drowns prey. Before long, air temperatures soar above 100 degrees, and she's forced to seek the sanctuary of the water. The Dickup too must leave its guard post and return to shield its own eggs. And while some can't stand the heat, others are raiding the kitchen. With its tongue, the monitor smells out the croc's nest. Lizards haunt the nesting sites, ready to make their move as soon as the sentinels take a break. In minutes, they can destroy an entire nest. They've got no choice but to eat and run. Crocodile mothers are never off duty long. As soon as she realizes something's gone wrong, she's back. And she's angry. Over her lifetime, a mother may lose many nests. For this female, weeks of hard work are wasted, and she'll have to wait until next year to start again. Day in and day out for 3 months, a crocodile mother must defend her nest. But her toughest job does not begin until she hears her youngsters call for the first time. From inside their eggs, the hatchlings announce they're ready for Mom to dig them up. They're born equipped for their breakout, with a tiny egg tooth on the tip of their snouts. A fraction of their mother's size, they're extremely vulnerable. She stows them gently in a pouch in her lower jaw. She's got sophisticated sensors in her mouth to keep her from crushing them. In several trips, she shuttles them to the river. She releases them where vegetation will help conceal them. But she's had to leave others at the nest, exposed and at risk. A dick of gamely holds off one lizard. But another is close behind. The lizards have been lying in wait, ready to seize any opportunity, no matter how fleeting. No mother with youngsters at risk wanders very far. Apparently, not every hatchling can recognize the safety of its mother's jaws. At least one mischievous youngster would rather play tag. Until these babies are on their own, their mother will spend weeks trying to keep them out of harm's way. Even then, as few as 1 in 50 will survive to adulthood. No sooner has she delivered her hatchlings to their new home than she has to grab them up again. Another female barges in. This is disputed territory. Even with a mouthful of babies, the mother becomes embroiled in a shoving match. Her larger size quickly carries the day. Now, the youngster's education can begin in earnest. As soon as they adapt to the water, they're ready to hunt. But these tiny crocs are not going to be taking on any wildebeest just yet. And already, the sibling rivalry is fierce. For a crocodile, the road to top predator is paved with a lot of bugs. And there are other, tougher lessons still to swallow. Death stalks these riverbanks in all forms. And the tiny crocs seek the best refuge around. But there's no time for a mother to corral all her youngsters. Her only defense is a strong offense. The heron retreats, but is unwilling to forego such tasty morsels. It's not long before the mother's considerable powers of persuasion send the heron in search of an easier meal. But a croc's fury does not cool quickly. Every creature is now at risk. The youngsters are beginning to absorb the most valuable lesson of all. Out here, it's safer to stick close to Mom. When that rule is broken, the consequences can be deadly. Even at 3 feet and 50 pounds, Nile perch can sneak up without warning. They send the hatchlings scurrying for the safety of the reeds, only to attract the attention of the voracious marabou stork. Throughout Africa, the rains often signal the time for crocodiles to disperse. Young crocs, even those that have recently hatched, will use the new channels to seek out ranges of their own. They may travel dozens of miles to find a water hole or a stretch of river where they can safely live. Even at 8 years old and 8 feet, an adolescent crocodile must still steer a cautious course. Her education is far from over. By now, she's large and fast enough to catch fish, as soon as one dares to swim near her snout. She's too big to fear even a Goliath heron. But a hippo can crush a young crocodile in its jaws. She's far too small to intimidate a lion. But they might one day be competitors. Even with calves in tow, the elephants just ignore her. As for any adolescent, the temptations are many and the opportunities very few. But the young crocs here are learning another key lesson in survival: to seize every opportunity. These carmine bee-eaters have built their nests deep in the riverbank. They're returning with food for their chicks. Below, the crocodiles can do little more than hope a youngster falls out. But other predators don't have to wait. The nemesis of all hatchlings, the monitor lizard, knows exactly when the hunting is good. All the crocs can do is watch. Perhaps their old enemy will drop a chick, or better yet, slip and become a meal itself. It's a frustrating way to learn the value of patience. But as it crawls from nest to nest, the croc's old foe becomes an unwitting ally. Soon it triggers a chain reaction. The wall, already loosened by rain and drought, starts to crumble. It's a disaster for the bee-eaters, but a bonus for patient predators. A black kite swoops in. Knocked from their nests, the chicks have no hope of rescue. Their fluttering helps seal their fate. For a croc, a bee-eater is barely a snack. But even the leftovers are worth a fight. Young crocodiles soon discover that another old enemy, Africa's heat, can aid them as well. As the dry season sets in, animals crowd to drink where they can. Buffalo may walk great distances to find water. They're far too powerful for an adolescent crocodile to attack. But some arrive doomed by exhaustion. As if of one mind, the young crocs head for the same spot. A buffalo is a bountiful meal, and crocodiles scavenge whenever they get a chance. For the moment, the crocs put aside their intense competitions. Some anchoring the carcass, others tear off chunks by biting and spinning. For growing crocodiles, plentiful meals are the exception. Usually, competition for food is fierce. And when a meal is in the offing, the biggest usually decide who stays and who goes. These crocs live along a range where Thompson's gazelles graze. They're a favorite prey. The gazelles might try to outswim the crocs if the grass looks greener on the other side. The crocs know where the gazelles prefer to cross and go to great trouble to maneuver into position. Heaving their massive bodies up the falls is hard work, but it just might be worth the effort. For each of the crocs, this hunt is critical. A gazelle is only enough food for one. Compelled to reach richer pastures, a few gazelles take the risk. These crocs are starving, and some might get to relieve their hunger. While the crocs feast, the gazelles make a run for it, but they fatally miscalculated. Each small gazelle quickly becomes a magnet for a swarm of hungry crocs. And there aren't enough gazelles to go around. Soon, unquenched appetites explode into heated rivalries. When the banquet is meager, the largest crocs secure the biggest mouthfuls. And they don't need table manners. These two did not even get a hoof. And a ravenous croc might try to bite through its rival's armor. The smaller one raises her head in submission. It appeases her attacker, for now. But the smaller croc will have to leave, or risk serious injury. She may have to wander for miles before she finds a new home. Then she may have to settle for a shrinking riverbed. But here, dwindling waters have concentrated hundreds of fish. For a young croc, it's a gold mine. With food for all, competition again gives way to cooperation. Some submerge to drive and corral the fish and scrounge them from the mud. Others lunge at the escapees. Water birds help herd the fish by patrolling the sidelines. Some are rewarded by crocs that spill their catch. Africa's unrelenting sun can benefit hungry crocodiles in many ways. It drives prey to congregate in and around what little water is left. Baboon mothers recognize the danger and keep close tabs on their youngsters. But these crocodiles are saving their energy by basking in the warmth of the sun. Sunbathing lets crocodiles slow their metabolisms to a crawl. To keep their bodies going, they just point their scaly solar panels in the right direction. That way, they can survive for months on one big meal. And for these crocs, a big meal is on the horizon. Even the lions are patrolling the river now. When their prey arrives, the hunters will be ready. On the shore, hundreds of zebra families are gathering, preparing to move to new grasslands. Though smaller than a crocodile, a zebra may be just as strong, its hide almost as tough. If anything can give a croc a run for its money, it's a zebra. Even in high water, zebras are powerful swimmers. And dangerous kickers. The crocs turn out in force, but have no success. Some are nearly trampled. Once a croc's jaws clamp down, it takes enormous pressure to open them. But the zebra musters the strength to squirm free. Virtually unharmed. Still, crocodiles haven't outlived the dinosaurs by giving up easily. When a foal happens along, a croc manages to grab a leg. But rather than go quietly, the foal tries to bite through the crocodile's armor. When one croc succeeds, the rest are quickly diverted from the hunt. One zebra, even a foal, is enough to feed several crocodiles. A herd of hundreds, plenty of resilient zebra, have survived to fight on. But soon, the wounded must run another gauntlet. As quickly as the zebra arrived, they depart. Such is life for large predators. Famine follows on the heels of feast. With the rains, the croc's prey will find water and fresh grazing elsewhere. But the rains also fill the rivers and channels, so vital for newborn crocodiles to survive and thrive. It's a season adults anticipate months in advance when they choose the time to breed. Crocs communicate in many ways, especially when they're ready to mate. This male is courting. He produces fervent ripples by vibrating muscles in his chest. He wants to impress as many females as he can. He'll mate with many of them year after year. As the females gather, he chases away rival suitors. Then, he's ready for the delicate dance to begin. The mates lightly rub their jaws along one another's snouts, where they're most sensitive to touch. When she's ready, the female slips discreetly below. and blows seductive bubbles under her mate's chin. For a cold-blooded reptile, this is as hot as it gets. For some of Africa's largest crocodiles, courtship can coincide with one of nature's grandest spectacles and the chance to share in the ultimate feast. Africa's great wildebeest herd is on the move, feeding on the fresh grass the rains leave behind. Over the course of the year, the wildebeest travel from one end of the Serengeti to the other. 1.5 million animals on a trek stretching hundreds of miles. It's one of the largest annual migrations on Earth. Once a year, the wildebeest cross the Mara River in a few select spots. And every year, some of Africa's most powerful crocodiles are waiting to greet them. The crocodiles here can live for months off the bounty of the wildebeest crossing. But when the wildebeest reach the river's edge, the leaders of the herd halt, as if aware of the danger below. None wants to be the first to make the leap. Below, the crocs can see their quarry, but for once, time is not on their side. The larger the wave of wildebeest, the harder it will be to attack. As the herd amasses, the pressure to jump mounts on those in front. Soon, other predators are closing in. For the lion, few hunts are this easy. Her prey have two options: leap into the abyss or flee. She makes certain that when they flee, it's right into her path. Crocs lurking below. Lions stalking above. Hundreds of thousands of wildebeest converging behind. The leaders are finally forced to take the plunge. The first dive reluctantly. But each group triggers the one behind. If the crocs are going to attack, they must do it soon. But it seems the crocs are now weighing the risks. It's a huge gamble to swim into a herd this size. This stampede can easily trample a crocodile. But the intrepid power in, undeterred. That's enough to make some wildebeest lose their nerve. Panicked, they head straight into the claws of predators above. As soon as one croc succeeds, others swim in to claim some for themselves. Crocodiles dine when they have the chance, and already the chances here are diminishing. Upriver, the crossing herd has swollen into a moving fortress of muscle and hooves. Even the largest crocs know better than to wade into this horde. The wildebeest's initial hesitation has paid off. The loss of a weak few helps keep the herd strong. The rest are already beating a path to better grazing. Once again, Nile crocodiles have clashed with a powerful prey and emerged victorious. Something they've done since long before the gazelle, zebra, and wildebeest walked the earth. Among the largest and most fearsome of their kind, Nile crocodiles may have the ultimate design. Since the age of the dinosaurs, millions of creatures have come and gone, while crocodiles have endured. Perhaps they will even outlive us.